Previous session we have seen structures. The purpose of structures is to create custom data types. Basically, when you want to store any information, like for the physical objects, let's say person or address or school or employee or car, vehicle, any object if you take in real time, if there is no data type to store such information, we create our own data types by using structures or classes. The structure syntax is something like this. Struct is a keyword and our data type name, vehicle, and vehicle contains some color. Yeah, vehicles contains some model. It is a string, and vehicle also contains a number of wheels. It is integer. Here we are not assigning any values. You can also assign some values. Those are default values you can assign, but by default the structure will not have any kind of values. Any data, whatever data type you declare, whatever variable you declare here will not hold any kind of default values. But here I'm going to give some temporary variable if you want, otherwise you can ignore it. When you ignore it, the advantage of ignoring is you can specify your custom values each time. Let me take here test is my model, right? 1 2 3 4 is my model. 1 2 3 4 S is my model, and the number of wheels is 4. When you create vehicle, let's say my new vehicle. When you create new vehicle of type vehicle, print new vehicle model, new vehicle dot number of wheels. Even if you create any number of vehicles, the number of wheels and the model name is going to be the same. So when you do not have any values here, it is very much flexible to pass the custom values. Here for structures, by default, the one initializer will be created. For the properties, here it is asking for missing the input arguments. It is asking for model. I am giving model 2021, let's say August, and number of wheels 4. For the second vehicle, I can similarly I can create new model type. Let's say it is 2021 September, number of wheels are 6. So that you can, whenever you are having initializer, you can create a custom values. You can pass the custom values actually. Here I'm passing my required information. Here I'm passing my required information. So these two vehicles are different now. Whenever you are having default values, even if you create any number of vehicles, the properties are going to be the same. One thing to remember is structures by default contains the default initializers. If you want, you can also create your own initializer here by using init method. Same thing, model string, number of wheels, it is again integer, and now we can assign it model equal to model, number of wheels equal to number of wheels, or you can also give, you can differentiate it actually. Okay, you can, now we need to change the default initializer to our custom initializer. This is our custom initializer. By default, it creates with the same parameter names, same input argument names. We have changed it to the underscore plus variable name. So whenever you are calling it, you need to use the same notation. And structures, now we see classes. Similarly, we see classes. Class is also similar way of creating custom data type. Let me take here person is my class name. Person contains the name is string where is after integer where phone number it is again integer. You can see the differences here. Here we have not assigned any values here. It is giving class is giving error because we have declared any number n number of parameters, but those does not have any values. In the starting sessions, I clearly mentioned that without initializing the values, without assigning the values, you cannot use them. In case of classes, this is true. It won't accept. In case of structures, since it is creating initializer, I can create the same thing. Let's say human. I'll have the same properties, but structure does not give you any error. Whereas, what is this? Sorry. Struct. This is struct. We're having similar properties in class as well as struct, but structure is not giving any error, but class is giving some error because structure provides a default initializer, whereas class does not provide a default initializer to assign the values. To avoid this error, you can do two things. One thing is you can directly assign some default values so that you can avoid this error. Otherwise, you need to create a custom initializer. That is, unit is the default initializer, and I want to assign. There are no values for these three parameters, so you can assign the values. You can pass the values and assign them. Name is string. It is string, right? So I want to pass a string so that I can assign it to the name. Name equal to underscore name. Just to differentiate, I'm using underscore here because these are local arguments or input parameters. These are properties of a person, but these are simply temporary variables, we can say, or arguments. And I'm giving age. You can use the same. Sorry, age is integer. Again, phone number is again integer. Here, age you can use age. Phone number equal to phone number. Yeah, here compiler is not understanding age we are having here as well as here. It is trying to assign age equal to age, but to differentiate it, I'm using underscore. We can use underscore. Otherwise, let's say if you want to mention the same notation, same variable name, I want to mention whatever I have declared here. I want to use the same. Then you can use self. When you use self, it refers to the properties. When you don't use self, it refers to the arguments, input arguments. That is the difference. Self refers to the current object. Current object here is current person, actually person. Okay, this is one kind of initializer. We are having 3-4 types of initializers. We'll see them. This is the default initializer. We are having designated initializer and convenience initializer. There is something called nullable initializer. Something. There are 4 types actually. Okay. Here, one more thing is when you want to clear the person information, deinit is there where you can clear the if any resources are used by the person or any properties. If you want to clear, you can clear them here. Let's say landline is one thing. We can make this as optional because every person may or may not have the landline number. So I'm making it as optional. If you want to clear while releasing the person object, while clearing after at the end of the program, the person object will be cleared. Then if you want to explicitly clear anything, you can use the deinit method and you can assign it to the null or a nil, so that if this reference points to any object, that will be released. Whereas deinit is not allowed in structure. Basically, in interviews, they will ask you what is the difference between classes as well as the structure. Okay, in structures, deinit method is not available. In classes, you can have the deinit method. Structures provides default initializer, whereas classes does not provide default initializer. Okay, we'll see some more differences. Let's say this is a human, right? I want to create a superhuman. Anyways, we're going to cover that in inheritance. Let me show you something. Struct superhuman. Whenever you are using colon, means it is you are inheriting something from human. Human is a structure. From that, I am creating one more structure called superhuman. Anyways, this is one thing. Superhuman. But here it is not. It is giving some error. What is this? Inheritance from non-protocol type human structures does not. Whereas, let me create class here. Super person from person. Here structure is not allowing inheritance, whereas classes allows inheritance. This is the third difference. First difference is structures will automatically give the default initializer, whereas classes does not give. Second thing is classes can have deinit methods, whereas structures cannot have. Third thing is structures inheritance is not allowed in structures, whereas inheritance is allowed in classes. One more thing, structures are value types, whereas classes are reference types. Let me show you what exactly the meaning of reference type and class types. Sorry, value types. These are the four major differences. Let me create a variable here for the human. Human is a structure. I'm going to create a variable. Let a human. I want to modify something. Let me make it a variable. Human. I'm creating dnread. Let's say some age, some phone number 1 2 3 4 5 something. I want to copy it. Be human equal to a human. Let me print the values here. This is very, very important. Like what exactly is the value type and what exactly is the reference type. I'm just printing name, phone number, and age. Phone number. Now I'm creating another human object. I create another human object variable and assign that with the a human. I'm just copying it actually. Now let me print be human. Now I want to modify be human dot name equal to, let's say, Aruna. A is equal to, it is integer. I'm just putting 30. Be human dot phone number is 999. Now I want to print same thing, and I want to print a value here. If you remember call by value, call by reference, which we have seen to swap the values, concept is similar here. I'll just write one thing. Print be human. Here be human. Here a human. Here I have created a human with the DN Reddy 208888. I am printing those values. We are supposed to get DN Reddy here and 20 here and 8888 here. And we are assigning the same values to the B human. And here, yeah, got the result. You can see here. DN Reddy 208888. I am assigning A to the B human and just printing it. We see same values here. After that, I'm changing it. I'm changing the values of B. I changed it to Aruna 30 999. Whenever I'm printing B, I see Aruna 30 999. Then I want to print the A. I printed the A. Whatever values it has, same thing is displayed here. This is what we expected, and the same result is printed here. Let me do the same thing with the classes. We're having person class, right? Let me do the same thing with class. Where a person equal to person of, we're having name, let's say AAA and 111 and 1111. Here a person name, a person age, a person phone number. Now I'm creating one more variable called B person. Here person of, I'm giving, I'm just assigning a person, same concept here, a person, and I'm going to print B person after assignment of A. Now I am changing the B person name to B person dot age equal to 1 2 3 1 2 2 B person dot phone number, it is 2222. Now I am printing these two values, A person value as well as B person value. Yeah, let me explain. Here I am creating a person whose name is AAA and age is 11, phone number is 1111, and I am printing it. I am supposed to get AAA here. Let me run it on AAA here. Age is 11 and 1111, and as I am assigning same person to another person, and I am printing the values so that we are supposed to get AAA 11 and 1111 here. Then I am changing the values of B here. B person dot name equal to BBB. B person dot age equal to 21. B person dot phone number equal to 2222. When you print it, it's supposed to print BBB and 22 here 2222, and here I'm going to print A person name. Here it's supposed to print AAA here 11, A person, we have not modified anything, and 1111. Let me print it. Let me run it. Yeah, clearly check whatever we have assigned A here, A is printed, 11 is assigned, 11 is printed, 1111 is assigned, same thing is printed here. And whenever you are assigning, when you print, the same values are printed for B also. Now I am changing the values of B person and printing that B person name is BBB 22 22222. Then I am printing values of A. If you see the result here, values of A supposed to be A 11 and 1111, but actually we are having BBB 22 22222. Here, this is the difference here. In case of structures, the modified values are not printed for A human. These are B human, right? Though you modify the B, it is not reflected in A. Here, though you modify, we have modified in B, that is reflected in A. Whenever you are assigning, right, in case of structures, what happens is it creates a separate object. Here, there are actually two persons. When you change one person, only that person properties gets changed. When you change A person, only that person properties gets changed. Here I am changing the B, so only B reflected but not A. In case of classes, I changed B, but actually A also got reflected. Where here there are no two persons. There is only one person. This is one pointer. This is another pointer. Actually, there is only one person. There are two owners. When you change, when B person change, B person is the owner who changes the properties of a human. It also reflects in the A person's object. Any doubts here? Value types means structures are value types. Those value means copies, right? It creates new copy. Whenever if you remember call by value, call by reference, when you pass the arguments to a method, the arguments will be copied. See, because it is call by value. Similarly, here I am assigning one value here. Whenever you are assigning a value, new copy will be created. Whenever you are assigning address, this is address we are assigning here. In case of classes, here there won't be any copies. There won't be any copies. Only one object is there, but two owners or two people are referring to the same person. This is another difference. And fifth difference is, let's say I'm having I created one human. I can take this as let also, no problem. I created a human. I assigned that human to be human. When you try to change the value, actually name is variable, right? It is not accepting. In case of structures, here this should also be variable. The actual reference also should be variable, otherwise you cannot modify. In case of classes, if you see, let person, let B person, we have taken let only here. Okay, though the B person is let, we actually need is name, and I am trying to change the name. Name is variable here, so it is allowed. These are the major differences between structures as well as structures versus classes. It is very, very important. In interviews, you will definitely find this question. The difference between structures and classes. There are 5 differences. Structures are value types. Classes are reference types. Structures does not allow inheritance. Classes allows inheritance. Structures does not have de-init method, whereas classes has deinit method. Structures provides default initializers. Classes does not provide default initializers. And the final one is, if the structure variable is constant, you cannot modify the properties of that. It doesn't allow modifications. And there is one more thing. To modify the properties of a structure, you need to use the mutating method. Let's say I want to create one more, I want to display. I'm creating a fund and trying to change the name. Update is, let's say update is new is, or else to make it simple, increase age is a method. I want to add age equal to age plus 1. Here I'm trying to change the age property of a structure. See if it is, if it allows. It won't allow. We need to use the mutating keyword, right? First thing is we are expecting self. Why we don't need self, right? Cannot assign a property of self is immutable. Okay, it is saying that you cannot assign the value. You need to use the mutating keyword. Let's say what exactly it is. When you use the default help, it is placing mutating keyword. Default help fix. It is not working. Fix is not working. It worked actually. Yeah. When you click on a fix, it is saying adding mutating, because you are trying to modify the properties of a structure. It is not allowed by default. Use the mutating keyword. Here there is no mutating keyword. Let me write in case of class increase is plus equal to 1. You know, this is compound operator. It is equal to age plus 1 only. Here it is not giving any error, because by default it allows. Whereas to modify the properties of a structure, you need to use the mutating keyword. This is the final difference. Let's see if there are any differences. Different properties to store values. Okay, different methods to provide functionality. Subscripts to differences we see. To create the object. Yeah, when to use classes and structures. This is whenever you want properties, whenever you want methods. We'll see. We also see the subscripts. What exactly is the subscript, and initializers when you want to extend the functionality or to use the protocols. The subscripts is a new thing. We will see them in detail. And initializer, we are having separate concepts for initializers and whatever the different kind of initializer we are having. And extend is extension, we are having separate concept. Protocol, we have separate concept. When you want to use all these things, you can go for either classes or structures. And when you want to use only classes, these features are allowed by classes as well as structures. Whereas these features are allowed only by the classes, whereas structures does not support inheritance. There are no deinitializers. There is no memory management for the structures. And typecasting, this is typecasting enables you to check and interpret the type of class in instances in runtime. Basically, typecasting. Not sure what exactly I have written here. Maybe type inference, I guess. Okay, I'll check and modify it actually. These are the differences which we have already taught. Inheritance is not allowed by structures. There are classes you can use, deinitializers, and reference counting is memory management concept. We see that structures are value types, whereas classes are reference type. This one you must mention when any interviewer asks you for the differences. Rest of the slides we have already gone through. What is a general guideline? Consider creating structure when one or more of these conditions apply. Basically, the structures are created to store the information or to create the model objects. We use the structures. Basically, to represent the data. To represent the data, we use the structures actually. That is what we have mentioned here. Mutating method to modify the properties of a structure, we use mutating keyword, whereas in classes you don't need this mutating keyword. We have seen 6 differences here. These 6 are enough here. Mutating keyword, right? Mutating keyword. Any doubts in classes or structures?